buddy, it's Monday. Whatever it is that you got to do, literally just show up. I am pooping out. Oh, okay. GP sent $19.99. Thank you for the Astro, the super chat. The sacred magic of Abramelin, the mage, abracadabra. Okay, say less. I'm taking a screenshot of this. Guys, can I just say this really quickly? Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Gratitude. Gratitude. All right, Razora says, sent $4.99. Thank you so much for the super chat, my love. Thank you. She goes, thank you, Jess. Quad scorp here. You'd be surprised just how thin that line is between empowered surrender and obsessive self-destruction. You would be surprised how much I would not be surprised. You would be surprised. Having said that, you guys, I really want to talk to you about the last thing I can say here. Is that toilet paper? I'm going to die. Oh, no, it's coffee. Amanda sent $4. Thank you so much for the super chat. Shaw says, yo, where has the time gone? Right? Beloved Prophet said, are you preggers? I don't think so. Also, that's none of your business. No, I don't think so. Okay. Saturn square Uranus, guys. I really want to talk to you guys about that. Kimberly King says, haha, we need the booty paper for all this shit talk. Yeah. Do you guys remember paper towel toilets? I love that so much. Okay. Okay, Saturn square Uranus, you guys. Let me just pull this up on the iPad. These are the things. This is the last thing, and I really with Beloved Prophet says, preggers with new wonderful things. P.S. You're right. Sorry, Jess. No, it's okay. Now you're totally fine. I'm just being a little snippy snip. Yeah, so guys, keep in mind, we've been talking about Uranus. Uranus' transit through Taurus and Saturn's transit through Aquarius for quite some time, especially when it comes to global. I just want to talk to you guys about how it impacts us in our personal lives. This is you deviating, pulling away from, separating yourself from. Okay, how about this? Christiana says, you are amazing with this little pair. Thank you with the $20. Thank you so much for the super chat. Think of, this is another really weird visual, but I feel like you guys are going to get it. Think of someone, I took a self-defense class, right? This hand, that looks weird. So this hand is a Uranus. This hand is Saturn. And this is the fucking grip that it sometimes has on you in your life, right? In this self-defense class that I took with my friends, which was like, it was good in theory, but then it's like, if I think about, like, if I was in a club and someone ever put their hands on me like this, when I tell you I'll take this candle and fucking like, and we always say like, oh yeah, I would do this and blah, blah, blah. I can imagine that I probably wouldn't remember all the self-defense things that I was taught. But when I tell you guys, I will find a bottle or something and I would just smack. I don't know why I went off on that. But so in the self-defense class, they tell you that if as a woman or as a man or whatever, if you're getting choked, then you're supposed to do this with the arms and then pull down. Sounds good in theory, but on some real shit. Lydia says, bop, bop. Exactly. I'm doing anything and everything in my power. I'll butt you up. Right? So the thing is, with Saturn and Uranus, you kind of want to examine where they may have you in a chokehold in your life. And this is going to help you to see. The truth is that I get very sensitive when someone tells me that I have to change this aspect of myself. This is just an example. This is somewhere where I get so triggered when I realize that this part of my existence or this part of my plan or this part of my routine or lack thereof is something that needs to be transitioned and transformed. What has you in a chokehold and what is stopping you from really stepping in to your power? And how have you obsessively or passively allowed or accepted this thing to keep you struck up and struck back. This is the time with the new moon in Scorpio, really, to plant the seeds of intention to Saturn square Uranus, break free from the bullshit. Literally, break free from the bullshit. Uranus represents our ability to look ahead toward the future, our ability to advance and step outside of our crazy ass comfort zones. And Saturn is that need for structure and stability that says you're safer here, or you need rules and regulations here. All of these things are good or bad things. It's just how do they apply and how do they fit in, and where in your life do you need to pivot and change things, right? So really, instead of being like, oh, I can't see the fact that there's a dead plant here and I can't let it go because I invested in this plant and I don't want it to die, which is a true story. That is a true story. For those of you guys on Instagram that can't see that, I have been holding onto this dead plant. It's not totally dead, but it's kind of dying because I literally thought it was a good idea to put it out in the sun and let it get fresh air. And like for 2 days, it was like Florida's hottest fucking days, and it just burned, and I will not let this thing go. But looking at it, it's like, Jesus, Jess, like, why does it have to be right here? But I continue to water it because I have hope. And I know that it'll turn around, but it doesn't need to be right here. Anyways, that doesn't have me in a chokehold, but what is that plant in your life? Do you even have a plant in your life? The other thing that I want to talk to you guys about is if none of this applies to you, I got a plan for you too. Masturbation or sex, maybe, or self-exploration or self-transformation or whatever the case is. Why? Because like I said in the beginning, the new moon in Scorpio rules our genitalia. We are human beings, and there is nothing wrong with pleasure. Just like Scorpio rules taking a shit, Scorpio also connects to the idea of having an orgasm. And if nothing else, then girls and boys, get your jollies on. On that note, I'm out. Oh, don't let anybody tell you or get into your head and tell you some shit that's going to fuck up how you feel about yourself, or make you feel powerless, or make you feel like you only have to show up in this way. That's not true. This is your world. You only have one life to live. The majority of us have maybe 80 to 90 years of here on earth. That's not a lot of time. So go enjoy yourself. Figure out or be curious enough to explore different levels of self-pleasure, which doesn't have to be sexual. It can also be creative pursuits or emotions, or allowing yourself to be vulnerably seen by another human, or be vulnerably seen by your acting class who supports you and loves you. Or maybe take a trip somewhere. Sexy Granzy 40 says, please check your email. I do every day. If you haven't had a response yet, it's because things have been a little bound up from the hurricane and I'm in catch-up mode. All right, guys, I have a big slab of meat in the stove, and I am going to begin to prep for the Scorpio new moon, which means that there's going to be lots of oils that are going to be made later on Tuesday night, not in the morning. I'm not making any videos this week, as far as I know, because I'm still not feeling 100%. I'm clearly winded just sitting here and talking. And also, I'm going to be celebrating one of my Scorpio sisters whose birthday it is, she's one person who I have to give her shout outs to. She has been one of my best friends and my sisters for the longest time, but for years, I always put Behati life and my business and my work and the public before my most intimate connections, including my best friends. And it's by the grace of God, these people, my girls, still ride for me and still love me. and are still my best friends. And there's no way in hell I'm not going to show up for her birthday and celebrate her and all the amazingness that she is. So for that reason, I won't be making any videos this week because I'm going to be cleaning, packing, and then also I'm going to be getting ready for Costa Rica and to go hang out with one of my best friends and show up for her. So I will share messages as they come through, but I can't predict when they do come through. Shaw says, wait, what are you cooking? Oh, okay, let me tell you. I'm making some lamb chops and I'm making couscous and I'm making a broccoli salad. I'm excited about it. Okay. The Scorpio new moon magic oil is pinned to the top. And again, like I said, the eclipse is going to be happening at, let me see, 6 o'clock in the morning, roughly 7 o'clock in the morning, roughly Eastern Standard Time. So I don't like to work in the wee hours of the morning like that. Like 7 o'clock in the morning is hands off for me, but 4 a.m., say less. I'm there. I've always been a midnight girl and then some. So bye, Instagram. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you guys not next Monday. I don't know. I'll see you when I see you, but maybe Monday. Bye. And YouTube, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Again, Becky Bullet says, I like that Jess is normal about meat while being spiritual. Yeah. I used to be vegetarian and vegan, but it didn't work out for me. I was like spinning like a race top. And also, I love meat and I also bless my food before I eat it. I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And I will see you guys in the near future. And for those of you guys that are meeting, I'm meeting in Costa Rica. Yo, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I like, you know me, I like book everything last minute. But I booked my flight for Costa Rica this morning. I'm so excited. It's going to be great. I love you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.